Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends, enemies, and those as of yet undecided. Today is going to be kind of a different video. We're going to do a hybrid video. This will be a review as well as a paint job video. We're going to be taking a look at this. This is the SR410 shotgun revolver pistol. Now, normally I would not do a review on a blaster that I had already painted because I prefer to review them in their stock state. However, I did record the shooting footage before I painted it because I did not want anybody to try to accuse me of potentially altering its performance by painting it. Meaning, if it came up and was really bad performance, I don't want anybody to say, well, that's because you got paint inside the barrel and you screwed up the aerodynamics. Nah, it sucked before I painted it. Spoiler alert, it's a terrible blaster. We'll still go through our normal stuff like on Average Man Reviews, but yeah, spoiler alert, it ain't very good. So, the SR410 shotgun pistol is on Amazon. It retails for $35. I got it on sale for $30. And as far as the features or anything like that goes, it's pretty bare bones. When you get it out of the box, the handle is separate. So you slap the handle onto the body, you run a screw through one side of it, tighten that down, you're good to go. As far as body features, you have a tack rail up top. You have a hammer. It is a hammer prime. You have a trigger. Last but not least, you have this lever right here, which extends the cylinder. The cylinder is also removable. Now, it takes shotgun shells, which the dart goes inside of, which is pretty cool. It will take half-length darts. It will not take full-length Nerf darts. The darts that it comes with are about 3/4 the length of a normal Nerf dart in order to fit inside of these shells. So, overall, not a whole lot to talk about on the blaster itself. Like I said, not a whole lot of features. So let's take a look at the box that it comes with. It arrives in this nice blue box. I don't know why it didn't come in just a standard Amazon box, but it came in this blue box. And inside of the box, you get two 10-packs of suction tip darts and two 10-packs of bullet tip darts. You also get this neat little shotgun shell holder. You have 6 shells that can go into it, as well as 5 shells to go into the blaster itself, because if I hadn't mentioned, it's a 5-shot revolver. And I really like this little shotgun shell holder. As you see, I've already found a way to put it on my rig here, and I think it adds to the look, which is also why I got the shotgun shell bandolier. These are airsoft shells, but nonetheless, I think it adds to the look. So it also includes a scope. The scope has no magnification. It's just glass on either side. You can look right through it. It doesn't do anything or enhance anything. I thought this was funny. The scope has an adjustment knob. When I tried to turn the adjustment knob, I found the adjustment knob comes off. It doesn't even adjust or do anything. It is a fake knob. And that is the case for all of the adjustment knobs on this scope. They are all fake knobs that come right off. Let's see how it looks with the scope on here, because that's one thing I don't think I ever did. Yeah, I mean, now it's a big pistol with a scope. Kind of reminds me of the pistol that the Humongous carries in Mad Max. Just give us the gas and walk away. That was a terrible impression, but if you know, you know. So, oh, the other thing it comes with. So it also comes with these blue, green, seafoam, lime sherbet. It comes with these shells, and they have 3 spots in them, which these very small, and I mean very very small darts. It fits 3 of those in there, And the idea is that it would fire them in a shotgun spread pattern. And again, they shoot like 10 feet. I don't actually think I tested them in the video when we get to the shooting portion, but take my word on it, they have the same performance as the regular darts. Being smaller, I thought maybe they would shoot a little bit harder because it's less mass for it to move. Nah, this thing doesn't care about physics. It sucks. So cool concept, but poor execution. And honestly, that's kind of what you could say for this whole blaster. Really cool concept. Love the idea, love the design. It's based off a real world weapon system. There is a real SR410 shotgun that takes 410 shotgun shells, and it's a revolver. So anyway, back to what we're talking about. I got a little off track there. I apologize. That's pretty much all it comes with. You get the gun, you get a scope, you get a cool little holder thing for your shells, you get a bunch of darts that suck, and overall you get a blaster that's not very good. So let's pretend that we're going to go outside and shoot it. We are going to shoot it, but I recorded the footage like a week ago. So just pretend that this is all happening consecutively and the timelines aren't all mixed up right now. All right? Good. Let's head out to the firing line. Excuse me. Without further ado and adoing any further, let's head out to the firing line. So here we are at the firing line. We're going to put this thing through its paces and see what kind of performance we can get out of it. And we're back. So, after action review, what do we think? Well, I already told you earlier, it sucks. It sucks. I don't think it's worth the money. It's kind of, to be entirely honest, it's kind of a pathetic excuse for a dart blaster. It's a dart blaster in the strictest sense of the term, meaning that you pull the trigger and something does exit the barrel. But beyond that, this thing's not feasible for any kind of, I mean, even playing an indoor game like in your house, I think you'd be hard pressed to have fun using this. So as a dart blaster, not so much. So why did I get it? Well, spoiler alert, cosplay. Now here's the reason. The Sequoia that I usually carry is not in its holster. The Sequoia that I usually carry, because if you're not familiar, this whole outfit is the NCR Veteran Ranger from Fallout New Vegas. I'll throw a picture of them up on screen right quick. And in Fallout New Vegas, there is a weapon known as the Ranger Sequoia. It is given to Rangers after 25 years of service, and it is a beautiful revolver with gold script along the sides, a bear carved into the handle, and the words, "For honorable service against all tyrants," carved into the barrel. So it looks a little something like this. Now here's the problem as far as cosplay is concerned. The Sequoia that I made and I carry, I modified from an airsoft revolver. I used a soldering iron and carved in all the detailing and stuff to it. However, the Sequoia in the game is a 45-70 government, meaning it shoots a really, really big bullet. So it's a really big gun. This is modeled after like a 357 Magnum, Colt Python, something in that case, which while is still a large gun, is nowhere near a 45-70. This monstrosity, as you see the size difference, this thing, while taking shotgun shells, is still a big enough hand cannon that it looks accurate. So I got it to replace the Sequoia. However, I'm sentimental about the old girl, so I carry the Sequoia in my shoulder holster, and I put this monster in my drop leg holster. So now I got 2 guns, and I mean, worse problems to have, right? So as far as cosplay is concerned, I think this thing is fantastic because there's really not any other shotgun, revolver, or just big hand cannons like this that are out on the market that are cheap. Because, I mean, you could even use this for a Hellboy costume. It's not quite as big as the pistol that he carries, but it would be big enough that people would recognize what you were trying to do. So for the price point, purely as a prop that you intend to modify, would be good for a cosplay prop, which is what I got it for. So I think that's a good enough segue to lead us into the cosplay and paint job tutorial portion of this video. So, shall we get started, and I'll show you how I painted this thing up and made it look how it looks? Shall we? Let's get to it. So the first thing I do is take a can of Plasti Dip and coat the blaster in that. Next up, we're using Rust-Oleum oil rubbed bronze. This will serve as the base for the black metal that we'll do later. And then we used Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer. This is going to be the base for our wood color. I'm starting with Apple Barrel Burnt Umber as the base for the wood grain. And using a large 1-inch brush, I'm dry brushing the burnt umber color all over the wood sections. After that, we switch to Folk Art Cinnamon and do the same thing here, dry brushing and trying to add a little extra emphasis on the edges. We move on to the pistol grip. And we switch colors again. This is Folk Art Burnt Sienna. Still using the same brush and pretty much the same technique, just dry brushing and smacking it all around, but keeping the lines straight. We don't want any real deviation from the lines in order to simulate the wood grain. They should all be going the same direction. I don't want any lines that zigzag or anything like that. And with our few coats of brown, I think we have a decent looking wood grain. Now I'm using Ceramacoat Select from Delta. This is their black pearl color. And I hadn't used this paint before, but I was pretty surprised with the color that it puts out. It's not so much black as it is a very reflective gunmetal gray, which worked honestly perfect for this build. And with all the paint done, it's time to put a clear coat on, using Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel. And with the clear coat done, it's time for a screen test, my favorite part of the video. So if you made it with me this far, I thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one.